Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna give you one guess as to what we're doing right now. If you said you're taking the fuel line off Trojan Horse, you would be correct. So if you watched the Trojan Horse video, you know what we're doing. We got some aluminum fuel line on this car and we're gonna take it off and put it on Pro Stock because we need it ASAP. So that's what we're gonna do. And it also cost us nothing. And I like the free stuff. So we're gonna take that off, we're gonna take that home, we're gonna put that on Pro Stock. We found some line out here at work to help us mix in where the filters and stuff are, just as little, sections. So that's what we're fixing to do. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. That's how we roll. But confident that once we get all this done to Pro Stock, that he will show his true potential with the yee-yees, and we will stop making David look bad, because that's all we seem to be doing, is making David look bad. So we're gonna make David look good next time we go to the track. So let me get that stuff off, or start taking it off, and let's load it up in the car and head home. Whew. Change of plan. Man, I'm freaking tired. It has been one of those weeks at work where you go, I love my job. It's just been hectic, not a big thing, but change of plan. We're gonna take the line off Trojan Horse. I had another piece of line laying there from where I had cut it, and I was like, you know what, I should just use it like the length of the car and just section it at each end, which, what's the big deal anyway. And I was walking around looking for some stuff, and I found a whole nother roll of it. So we're gonna go from the fuel pump up. Old Bruce need a couple fittings, and Yoda, being the out of the box, he brought me aluminum ones. He's like, hey, lightweight, right? And I was like, hey, look at you. So we got fittings. Here's just some bolts I got from work. This is our hose that we found at work that we're going to use to replace all the little sections of Daco. I certainly trust, while it may not be the prettiest looking in the world, I certainly trust it more than I trust that crap that I had. This is Adaptive Flex, multi-purpose, 200 PSI, made in the US of the A. So we're going to use little sections of this to redo our whole fuel system. We've also got to change out our diaphragm and spring on our regulator, because we're having some trouble with it sticking. One of the subscribers did bring up a great thing. The green style diaphragms and stuff are like alcohol. They're much more resistant to the fuels, and I didn't even think of that, and basically wasn't aware of it, but that's a great idea. So we'll probably look at getting, I think the accelerator pumps already have those, but we'll definitely look at getting some for our regulators, because I think the quick fuel that's on the FLTD has it as well. So that's good looking out. So Ray, thank you. And then we're going to pull all the plugs and clean them up, and because we don't know how our carburetor is going to act, we'll probably take the bowls off and just take a look inside to make sure there's nothing in there. Maybe spray a little carb cleaner around, and just so. As far as just getting it running today, probably not. Probably tomorrow afternoon I'll finish it up. But here's our diaphragm that was in. I mean, it's stiff. Here's our new one. So hopefully that will cure our problem that we're having. And then at some point, like was suggested, we'll do the green ones. Let's spray this down with a little something to keep it soft. I haven't had metal line, and it's loud. Of course, we could have Del clamp it, and but it was loud, but it doesn't leak, and hopefully that's going to cure our with the fuel filter getting plugged. So we'll see. I already set the fuel pressure, but Teresa's on her way home. So the next thing we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to clean the plugs, and we're probably going to drain the bowls and take a look. So just see what's going on there. But we did get, I had to help Jake with his car a little bit, so that kind of put me behind this afternoon, but we did get some of it done. So get that done, then we can fire it up and check our timing, see what's going on down there, and then we can take it for a test drive, hopefully. So, but anyway, doesn't leak, and that's all that at this point really matters to me. And the fuel pressure doesn't spike or whatever, that'll be great too. So anyway, I guess we will see you guys in the next clip. We are off work and we're ready to get started on Pro Stock. Man, these things right here, we put them on that crusty motor and stick it in Pro Stock. Ooh, we might be on to something, especially if we've got the fuel filter clean. Hopefully that was a lot of our issue. But let's go get to work and get some stuff done. We're gonna pull the plugs and clean them off, and do a few other things, pull the bowls off, I think. Anyway, you know the drill. Let's go do the work. In a perfect world, our line would have a fitting for the gauge, and we would just move the gauge line to that. But we live in an imperfect world. Actually, we live in a substandard world. So ours does not have that. If we would have had that, we would have been clued in on our filter plugging, or maybe thought it was the pump going out, or we would have known something was going on. Now, in our limited defense, since we had been messing with the distributor, we thought we had the timing way jacked up. But, you know, maybe we did, maybe we didn't, but inevitably the fuel filter is one of the problems. So now I'm going to pull all the plugs, go give them a whoop-de-doo, and I also got some some insulation stuff to put the try and get this line to quiet down a little bit. It's like, now when the car's running, I probably won't even be able to hear it, but you know, I'm going to try and do something about it anyway, at least in my limited capacity. Got all the plugs cleaned up. A little contact grease on. I know I put some on before, but like I've said in the past, tuss and tip, never have too much lube, I don't think. Or at least that's been my experience. Because, you know, one time in band camp, ha 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 ha. That's right, guys. I'll be here all week. All week. I've probably said this before, but this little car has wormed his way right into my heart. I really like this thing. It has given me its fair share of aggravation, no doubt about that. And, you know, honestly, I've given it its fair share. You know, it's probably been aggravated at me more than once. Maybe that's where the the situation comes into play, because it has been a struggle. The relationship has not always been easy. So maybe that's you know, maybe that's part of it. But I do like this. I love the simplicity of it. It's so simple. It's just dead nut simple. like a rock. It's just a rock. But while it's not fast, it is a lot of fun to drive, and I just like it. So, okay, I need to get a distributor wrench. I haven't messed with the fuel line yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it and check the timing. Let's see if we can get a cold start. That's solid. And the plugs are numbered, so that's pretty straightforward right there. Because the timing marks, this is not where we need to be, but let me do a redrop. All right, let's try this one more time. Fire in the hole. You guys charge up. We finally got it. The timing marks, the outside marks, I couldn't get them aligned. I was like, what is going on? It's got two sets of marks. There's a set on the inside as well. And know, but good Lord, I mean, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is happening? Because I know these timing marks work because I had rusty time. So, I mean, I TDC'd it 2 or 3 times and I was like, what is going on? But anyway. I mean, it sounds, I guess, as good as it did. We've got the lightest springs that comes with the kit, and the bushing we've got, we're at about right around 21. It gives us about 12 or 13 swing. So we're at about 21 initial, and that's, you know, we're right at 34 total. So running it up, so which is about where we've been running it. So at least now we've got the marks and stuff. I trust what I'm looking at. So before now, I didn't know what, you know, trust it. So I said I was going to take the bowls off, and I didn't because I got distracted and wanted to do the timing. We are not going to drive it today, but that doesn't matter because you're going to see it in this video anyway. Teresa's off tomorrow, and we're got some stuff to do, but then I'm just going to go out and drive it around. Everyone's getting off work right now anyway, so it would just be a disaster. So tomorrow, sometime like after lunch, I'm going to go out and try and make a few just pulls or whatever and see, you know, how it feels. Maybe I'll get her to go and she can get some outside footage of the car. I mean, not that that's a big deal, but fuel pressure has been perfect. Each time I've tried to start it, fuel pressure has been perfect. That diaphragm, that fixed it, so I'm very happy about that. We'll probably maybe put another little round of fuel pressure in it. We got about 5 3/4, so we'll probably go about 6, just whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna do a little thing, like put some insulation and kind of quiet it down a little bit. But I think that we're in pretty good shape now. Certainly hope so. At least we got timing marks that we trust. We got clean fuel filters. We got fresh line that we think's not going to happen. Now I'm going to take a fuel filter apart here after this trip or whatever, and I'm going to look at it and see what it looks like. So now maybe we can stop making David look bad. We can actually do something. So anyway, I may show you this. I probably won't show you that. It's just crap. Or when I get done with it, it'll look like crap. So I guess we'll see you guys probably in the next clip. Hopefully it's going to be us driving the car, which that would be awesome. And yeah, I'm going to get another test pass out of the slicks. Tomorrow. So we needed to drive it today. back from our test drive. I mean, it's my butt dyno's terrible. On the one rip, it felt really good. So, and then I wasn't able to really get on it on the one. The other one, it really broke loose really early. So, can you hear that? I swear. Fuel pressure gauge was normal. We just really won't know until we go to the track. The weather right now, the air, it is freaking gross. I mean, anyway, it's supposed to be winter, right? Or fall. I guess probably on this particular trip, it's probably going to run what it's going to run. Again, the weather is supposed to rain tonight. It's like supposed to maybe rain tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then it's a 50% chance Sunday. So we'll see how that all shakes out. If we get to go or not, we're definitely going to try to. The weather's probably going to be worse, maybe the worst weather we've ran in the last couple of trips. So I mean, it is what it is. We'd like to get maybe some consistent numbers, but you know, all we can do is try. One other thing I would like to add is that someone has mentioned a product, or people have mentioned a couple times a product that, you know, hey, maybe you should try this stuff. So here's the clip. Here's a clip for that. Guess what? Yeah, box in the mail. What do we got? Oh wow, got a lot of stuff. I think I might know what this is because as soon as I saw the name, I recognize it. Hey, handwritten. Always like the handwritten. Use this in one of your projects. I've been watching your channel since the beginning of Trojan Horse. You're an inspiration. Thanks. Well, I appreciate that, Rob. That's very cool that, you know, we're just, like I say, we're one of many channels. We do have fun. Hope you guys have fun watching us. I'm pretty sure this is going to be in a bunch of pieces. And honestly, while we may not use this immediately, it comes with a lot of moving parts. Aha, yes. It is something that I think we will try and use just for the simple fact of trying to use it. To see if it helps us. This is oh yeah, he got it rebuilt. This is actually very generous of Rob. He was trying to sell this at one time, and I was kind of interested in it, but I kind of said, you know, my stuff works pretty good. It is a clutch tamer. You guys have never heard of it. It's a product that's offered by a company, and it basically creates slippage. It's like for lack of a better term, and I know the company has caught a little flack from different people calling it a screen door spring, where when you push the clutch in, you're shifting the car. When you launch the car, it allows the clutch pedal to slowly come back up rather than just snap and the clutch just grab. It essentially slips the clutch. And this is for, you know, if you're running like a regular diaphragm stuff, this is, you know, will help you out. Suppose there's a lot of guys that run these in factory stock or Coyote stock, or again, I don't keep up with that much anymore. I used to keep up with factory stock a lot just because I found it interesting. I don't keep up with it much anymore. So, but a lot of guys run these. My only, I would say, pushback on it is that if you're running a very mild clutch, which we do, what are we doing here? It's, you know, it's already mild, so now it's just slipping an already mild clutch even more. How that affects wear and this and that, I don't know. If you had something more aggressive, some kind of a 6-puck or, you know, like a stage 2 or 3 spec or something along those lines, this might be the answer to all your dreams, you know, where it's just really grabby. As soon as the clutch comes out, it's really grabby. This might be just what you need for really grabby clutches. So, but it's something we want to try. I want to experiment with it. I don't like necessarily talking about something if I haven't experienced it or done it or know someone personally that's done it, just, you know, and something that applies to what we do, not, you know, a Coyote stock car that they unload out of the trailer, push it to the pits, or golf cart it to the pits, or barely drive it to the pits, make a pass and bring back. That's not really driving it, kind of a deal. So again, but it is very generous of Rob to send this our way, and we certainly appreciate. And we're going to use, because I'm curious about them. I want to try it out. All right, enough talking. Again, we'll have to figure out how to mount it all up. I'm sure we can go to the website and get instructions, and we're kind of a little bit smart at times to figure things out. And if not, we know people that are. So anyway, Rob, I certainly appreciate this. It's very generous, kicking this our way, and we will try and put this to good use. Just not immediately, but yes, we are not going to forget about this. So, all right, we'll see you guys. See you guys in the next clip.
All right, well, there you go. I've had one on the shelf since February. We looked at those things when they first came out, and you know, but like I said in the clip, if you've got a really mild clutch, now you're just slipping a really mild clutch. But I'm not saying it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't work for us, or it won't work. I don't know until I try it. But you know, it's also one of those things when I go to the track, I mean, you're accomplishing the same thing with tire spin, you know, or wheel speed. And you know, we've changed a lot of things in the last couple of trips where it's like, well, you know, it's not doing what you want it to do. Well, it takes time. I mean, I don't know how everyone else can do it, or is able to do it, or does do it, where they go out and they make 3 licks on the car and it is perfect. It's just, that's it, guys, I got it. I don't know how anyone does that. I can't do it. It takes me a while. I like to make a lot of passes and try things and sneak up on it. That's just how I do it. Maybe some people can just do that. I can't. So the track changes. We're also dealing with TNT days. Our track is always really good, but it's not like it's national event prep or NMRA prep or whatever prep. It's TNT prep. So we're always, you know, track gets tight, track gets better based on cars and stuff like that. But you know, we've changed a lot of things: carburetor, intake, cylinder heads, transmission, which first gear ratio, rear end ratio. I mean, we've changed a lot of stuff. So it takes a little while. The fail TD'd over the summer of 2020, I ran it a bunch. I wasn't doing YouTube or filming a lot of it, but I ran it a bunch. So we whittled away at that car because that was the only car I was racing, which technically this has been the only one I've been racing for the last month or so. So it was, you know, we whittled away at it, but it took us, I don't know, 6 or 7 months, I guess, to get the car where it was, you know, plus we were constantly changing things as well, which always resets the calculation. So we're working on it. we're trying to put air pressure into tires. You know, I watched the video to see what it's trying to do, stuff like that. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not perfect, but we are trying our best, but we're trying. And we just TNT and chase numbers. We're not racing nobody. We're not in competition. We ain't grudge racing. We're just having a good time. And so I know people have made a few comments. I'm just trying to address that. So when we go back, we'll do the same thing. We'll try tire pressure, launch RPM, so on and so forth. Try and get it to run what we want it to run, or run what we think it's capable of. So I guess that's it. It's probably a long one, but whatever. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We certainly appreciate it. Especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on the Substandard Leader and Box Body videos on this here man's YouTube. 1-year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fighting the good fight against Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video, which, I don't know, we'll have to see.